What's up, everybody? Travis over on TikTok. Honestly, was trying to decide if I should download this. Does the game have a strong PvE player base, dungeons and raids? Yes, yes, it does. Actually, there's a lot of stuff going on at all times. All times. I do dungeons and raids pretty much every day that I play. I do a lot of PvP stuff as well. So, yeah, there is. There is indeed. What's up, Mornio? What's up, Pixel? How you doing? But yes, this is actually a very PvE heavy game, to be honest. Actually, go ahead and hop in here. Am I high pitched? I don't know. Am I? Somebody said something about my audio being messed up in game the other day too. See, look. Sound like you with a sore throat. I'm listening to the playback. It seems okay. Maybe hit a refresh. That's weird. I didn't touch anything. Okay, well, whatever. Either way. That's fun. Anyway, what's up, Gorma? Now I sound good? Okay, well. I don't know. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to continue the new stuff that released with Update 28 and the... I always gotta look at this. The Hatukali Fells. We'll just say the Fells. That seems about right. I know. It's weird. We'll just chalk it up to just being a weird night. You know? I need to actually fix my chroma key. It's cutting off a little bit of my hair. Please hold. That brings that in too much. That takes it out too much. Yeah, we had those storms yesterday were wild. Do that and then bring it in a little bit. Yeah. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so we left off here in Garuma. What's up, Garotron over on TikTok? Thanks for the follow, buddy. Welcome in. Over on Twitch, exactly 1 follower away from 8,500. That's pretty cool. Also, why am I in tank spec? Oof. That's rough. If you got it today, that means that's what's coming here in the next couple days then. Oh, here's our surprises. Okay, what is this? Tome of the Overgrown Bog Lurker. Let's see what this is all about. I've really looked at nothing. That's overgrown? He's so little. So I just started playing this a few days ago, and my favorite class is the Lore Master. Yeah. The Lore Master is it's an interesting class. It's not one of my favorites to play, but I love having them in the group. They're awesome. Okay, so there's that guy. We're gonna take that out of the bar. Take all of our pets out. Yeah, I got lucky. At home, it was just pea-sized hail. We didn't get any hail from yesterday's stuff, so we'll see what that brings tomorrow.
Oh, that was a kingly gift, yes.
Somebody just gifted out. An anonymous gifter. Got 5 gifted subs. Thank you for whoever that was. So we got subs going out for Pixel, Jimmy, gift, Orange, yes. Marmalade, and Thomir. Thank you for the gifted subs. Appreciate that. What class am I playing? I'm playing the champion, so melee DPS, heavy armor.
Oh, that was a kingly gift, yes.
I'll get in here in a second. I gotta clean up some of this stuff.
Oh, that was a kingly gift.
Yes! 'Twas a kingly gift indeed. Okay, so let's see where we're at. So we basically got stuff all over the place right now. We got stuff all over the place.
That was a kingly gift.
And Morniel is on a 5 stream streak. You know what? There's no way that's only 5 streams. No way. No shot. Is there a way to get a permanent mount without getting a sub account? I mean, yes. There's a lot of mounts in the game. It's just a matter of when. You usually can get the slower permanent one on free to play? Because like there's tons of mounts. Actually, if you look at the entire thing, like I don't even think I have half of them. There are so many mounts in the game. All right, let's go. Can you show some what? Oh. Yeah, sure. Well, actually, the main one that I use is a camel. So this is a camel of the Golden Lion. That's my daily driver right there. Go back into that, actually. So we've got some stuff like... what's one of the good... I like this goat. Go to the threshold. This one's the one... Blacked out armor. I like that one. I'm a fan. We've got We actually have an Oryx. I believe you can Garrotron. I mean, there's tons of mounts in the game, so you should be able to. You get ones also that do like cool stuff, like this isn't the one. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. Like the boar. Where's the thunder one? Not the right one, is it? No, I need thunder boar. There we go. So ones like this. These actually make... It's hard to hear it with the music on, but it does... Actually makes a thunder sound when you're riding it around. You have... Level 10. I'm not sure, to be honest. It's been so long since I've had a low level character, and also like things have changed, and I've always been a paid account, so I'm not 100% sure. What's another cool one that we have? We got things like the elk. You guys are pretty cool. Is the Tidebreaker's the one that does the hoof prints? Yeah. See how this one actually leaves hoof prints. You have things like the kind of the more wild goats. Ones like this. Big, huge ass horns. There's another one I'm thinking of. Both. So some of these are store only. Some of them are from purchasing expansion packs. Some of them are from completing deeds in the game, like dungeon events and stuff like that. So kind of a mix. There's a lot of stuff, and usually there's variations too. Like there may be a store version of a raid one, so it has a different color scheme on it, so you can tell the difference. Goat of Khazad-dûm's kind of cool. This is the one that has the lava on the armor. Yeah, that one's pretty sick. Yeah, that one's pretty sick. I feel like there was one other one that I was looking for, and it's kind of escaping me at the moment. There are deed based ones too. So, oh. We do have non-animal based mounts too. Like the broom. So there's all kinds of stuff. There's more themed stuff too. You know, like this is from the Spring Festival. It's got jugs of honey on the back and all that stuff. So they've done a lot more with the mounts over the last little while. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hope that answers the question. As far as the actual riding itself, I'm not 100%. All right, let's see here. I feel like I should just do this.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
For the bombardment. Okay, destroy siege materials. Okay, I see some up there. The mission after this is broken? Okay. Oh, dude, all my buffs are gone? How about we fix that real quick? Boom, 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 boom. That, yo, meme. Thanks for the resub, dude. Appreciate you, man. Wait, both boxes gave me the same thing? That's kind of weak. Got it 4 times and then, oh, okay. So it's just kind of a random thing then. What's broken about the next mission? Doesn't show up. Okay, that's pretty broken. Nicola on YouTube, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Okay. Is it something like one of the other ones where some stuff, it was happening for some people and not others, or is it just 100%? Seems like 100%. Maybe you get lucky. I doubt it. Streamer loot. Doing pretty good myself. Doing pretty good myself. Thanks for asking. Oh no. Don't like that. Okay, where's this last one at? I would imagine it's down where that other group was. Probably. Yes, maybe. Seems like a logical reason. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I'm doing 2 quests. I'm doing a, okay. Which class is fun for you? Just re-downloaded, haven't played in a long time. For me, it's the champion. I love the champion. I've been playing this class since 2007. This is always my first and the one I try to do everything on. It's the highest rank that I have in the Ettenmoors. Like he's getting close to rank 11. So yeah, just overall champion. I do have fun with some of the other classes. I do have fun with the minstrel. I do have fun with the RK. I have some fun with the hunter. So it just depends. But you know, without a doubt, if you told me I could only play one class for the rest of my life, it was gonna be the champion, without question. Okay, I don't like this one. I feel like I missed like the first one or something. There's also is it all up on the hillside there? Let me go further up, further down, all around. Don't like it. Wish you could mount in these things. That would be helpful too. What you got? You're gonna go for the champion? Excellent. What's up, Reeth? Oh, there's the wall. So it's not that far. Haven't played this game in years. You miss it? Well, come on back. It's the 19th anniversary right now. Good time to hop in. There's some, oh, wait. Where is... Yeah, let's have some fun. A lot more of the game is free to play than it was before, so the only commitment you really have is that. Any sales for the anniversary? You know what? I honestly haven't looked. I'm not sure. Can I see the map? So this is the region I'm in right now, the Hatakali Falls, which is part of Murjala, the Ridge of Plenty, which is part of Haradwaith, which contains Umbar and the Shield Isles and the Bay of Belfalas and all that stuff. And then if we zoom it out one more time, we get the big overmap, which we have Mordor, and all these are actually subzones. We can dial all the way in. North Thillion, Minas Tirith. There's several different versions of Minas Tirith. Rovanian. Which all these, like this is where Dale and Lake Town and all that stuff is. Erebor, they released all this stuff when the Hobbit movies came out. Kind of play into that. Gundabad. And we had that. And there's tons of stuff. Like most of the original game is an Eriador. Yeah, Breeland. This is a newer area, the Yondershire. You know, there's just so much. Those are the lands of the men who joined Sauron. Correct. Southrons. Where is this? There you go further up, maybe. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm not like in landscape where I gotta do this stuff on. And plus, since you can't mount, that's kind of annoying. So I started playing again for the content, even though the first I got was Moria. Hey man, Moria is some good stuff though. What's up, Alden? Is it beginner friendly? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. And I say that as it really just depends on what you're looking to do. If you are looking to get to endgame and raid and do all that kind of stuff, not really. If you're looking to explore and experience Middle Earth and do some PvE and stuff like that, then yes, I would say so. Okay, this is a horrible mission. This is actually really bad. Like when you put stuff in this kind of landscape and it's kind of a pain in the butt to traverse. It's kind of annoying. I haven't seen any coupons or anything. There it is.
Well done, my friend. You have now experienced what life is like in my boots world.
So the engines of war doesn't pop up? Meme. Is it a different one that's not working? Or is it the turn in for that? Because I don't see that I actually completed the other one. Well, actually, it turned into a different one. Okay, is that what's not working? What are these start points too? Yeah, these guys really look captive. Not often we actually have the eyeball dudes out here, like scoping areas. Okay, so that's what's broken. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Wants me to set him as a VIP. Okay.
I told you it was so. Without swords to wield, the Order High must lose the will to fight Shara
I
Mizati.
change that from
I
here.
think the sword belonged to...
Should be able to just change that there.
Hulurma. Yes, that was it.
Dang, I just looked at your card on Twitch for your account thing. August 22nd, 2009. Sheesh. I know it, man. I wish I would have known what it was, man. I would have started it back then. Dude, I would have done it had I known what it was. I'd have been all over that. Nice. All right, let's see here. Okay, so that's the one we can't turn in. Right? Right, so I can't turn in property. I don't think. Right? No, I can turn in that one. Yeah, I'd say it worked out for you.
Something to show me.
Just fine. Wait. So is this like if you just keep going back in and there's nothing to do then? Oh no. So that's a different part. Some burros. All right, Nicola. Don't work too hard, buddy. Have a good day. Yeah, in the end, it was always about the LOTRO points. Out of 8. So I have some stuff. I actually need to look at this. We have some stuff coming up for. Let me log into the portal for the creator. Okay, cool. I gotta get some coins to make some house stuff. That'd be sick. Okay. And it's a good thing I didn't do my house. So how does one join a dungeon here? I'm a bit confused. That one because there's like a different type. So you bring up the instance finder, and here's the problem. You can't think of this one like a traditional instance finder like some of the other games. It works, but people don't use it for that. You really have to think of this as a teleporter for a pre-made group. That's the best way to look at that. So say like I already have my group together for I don't know, for Great Barrow, since you're lower level. If you had your group together already, you would just launch and it would teleport the group in. What's up, Spitstay Streams? WoW player here. Can you compare and contrast, please? Sure. The similarities for these are going to be that it is a traditional MMORPG. All right. You have your different classes, your different races, your different starting areas. You have questing, you have dungeons, you have raids. There is a map location for PvP, is this one right here, the Yetton Moors, in which you have free players, which are all the characters that you make and go experience the world, against the Servants of Sauron, which those characters always log in as level 160 or whatever the level cap is at the time. So you have some epic storylines. That's kind of like your driving force behind the whole game. And then you have tons, you have literally thousands of side quests. Where they differ is this game is much more focused into the lore, the exploration, and the world itself. Where WoW is more, at least when I played it, so to give you a little bit of context, I played WoW from Wrath into Cataclysm, and then I played again in Pandaria and Warlords, and then I played again in Legion and BFA. So I've played WoW a decent amount. It's never been my main game. Like, I've done raids in there, I've done Mythic Plus, I've done PvP, I've done arenas. So I've done a fair share of WoW. And I would say that's probably where the similarities end, because the rest of it is basically WoW's very heavy into the dungeon and raid experience and the PvP experience. Not as heavy into the actual lore, in my opinion. Granted, I've never been into it as much as I've been into this, but the lore is very, very deep in this game. LOTRO is WoW, but chill. There you go. Wait, did I turn? Oh, I'm still in a mission. There we go. Almost ESO WoW hybrid with more story focus. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, realistically, it's just that it's an MMO. It's an old school traditional MMO set in the Middle Earth universe. That's about as drilled down as you can make it. I need one more Boro. There's gonna be one right there. There he is. They've really stuck to their art style in this game, and when people say it has shitty graphics or whatever, it's usually more that they don't like the art style. Yes, it's old. You have to consider that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they've stuck with it. They've done a lot with this engine. That is. Oh. Oh, there you go. Yeah, auto-modded meme. I mean, there's a lot of people that do. Is it meme? Is it this one where the scout doesn't show up? This is the one that's broken. End the oversight. This is the busted one. Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if it just popped up in the same spot as the other one, which was on that back ledge there? Yeah, so me and Meme have talked about this a lot. So, you know, I like both art styles for what they are. Where WoW succeeds definitely is its performance. Like, there's no question about that. With the sheer volume of people that play WoW and its ability to handle that and scale it and transfer people between servers without any issues for grouping and things like that, its performance and like infrastructure, second to none, easily. And here's the thing: if this game had WoW's infrastructure and had the performance of WoW and some of that tool set, this game would be in charge. Just saying. Be funny if that guy just like popped up right here where he was in the other one. Okay. Okay, so we can't finish that one. That's fine. Where's the... Yep. That's a weird one too, like... You feel like a... You feel caught up like a real LOTRO player, there you go.
It is good to see you.
You know, by context, most players and characters aren't caught up, so. Does that like put a pause on everything then? Like, because it's, I mean, it's just the if it's just the missions, then I'd be kind of holding off technically on the missions anyway until Delving Gear comes out. What's up, my Mixu? What's happening? Keeping LOTRO relevant. I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying.
Is there something you need?
These stores you've gathered will feed half an army. How unfortunate for us. We have a whole army to feed, but we'll make do. I have a somewhat delicate task, my friend.
It's a delicate task. You'd love a second age mod for the game? Interesting. Yes, this is on Glamdring. There's a toilet right there.
There is no time to waste. I fear there are a number of lives at stake. We have no time to waste.
I just have other music playing. The in-game music's not bad at all. There's a good chunk of it that's actually done by Chance Thomas as a composing it, and then the rest of it is done in-house. Oh, you want to play just because you got a couple cats with you? It's all right. Yeah, valid target. Remain on your guard.
Our success is tinged by sorrow.
We have weathered much. But for what?
This person hiding back here. This new area's performance is very not good.
We have offered much. And for what?
Greetings to you, adventurer. Yes, I see you for what you are. A voyager.
Thank you, friend. More folks than I expected.
So our dungeons have a strategy to beat, or are they just tank and spank? Depends on the tier that you do them.
Far from Hanamiku, where we
Sometimes
built a
yes,
big
sometimes no. The higher the tier, the more strategy that's involved.
I think Pasumin would be grateful for your kind words.
Like largely tier 1s are kind of tank and spank. How many tiers are there? that depends on the generation of the content. So original content has 1 tier. Second generation has 1 tier plus a challenge modifier. The third generation of it has tiers 1, 2, and tier 2 challenge. Yo, Night Salomon, thank you for the follow on Twitch. That actually puts us at 8,500 followers on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. The 4th generation had tiers 1 through 5, and the current generation has tiers 1 through 3. But it depends. Yeah, I'm playing Red Champion. Yep. Yo, Pang! What's up, buddy? How the hell have you been? I know. Yes, it has. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you, dude. What this generation's mean? It's just like every time they would do an expansion, they would change what it looked like. Because there'd be like a different lead developer that would say, hey, we're going to do it this way because this will do X, Y, and Z. So it's just, this is just my terminology to differentiate like the different types of content. Yeah. Yeah, man, I've been doing real good. Real good. Just kind of kicking it, you know? Still playing LOTRO, still streaming, still making content. You know how it goes. You know how it goes.
Thank you for your assistance on this day.
Okay. What else do we have? Hawks, snakes. Defeat Zizani. Let's try it out here. This looks like it belongs in the old forest. You show my build? Sure. I have another one that actually has a little bit more AoE in it, along with Great Cleave. This is the one I use the majority of the time. No problem. I think it's time to do another champ build video. What do you think, chat? You think it's time? Think it's time for another one? All right, I'm going to switch over to Bert and run Palace Tier 2 with a Ken. You started playing again, so you get a lot to catch up on? Well, welcome back, number one. And where are you? Like, where did you leave off on? Right before Mordor? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you got tons of content, brother. God, has it really been that long? Yep. 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 Oh, meme. I went out to the range today, and I really didn't get to hit my driver all that much because for whatever reason they switched out their tees to the ones that will actually hold your tees, and I didn't feel like losing a bunch of tees for the range, so. I might actually go back to just for the driver. I might go back to the simulator because that one actually has the TrackMan stuff where all the other stuff is Top Tracer. So.
The Palace of
Alright,
Nabi.
gotta get back in
is the
minstrel
crown
mode
jewel
here.
of Amax Dul, an opulent home to rulers from the kingdom of Neshak, Nisaka, and now from Ordach. Hidden in the background of palace life, Thothril the Entangler, Tharduth of Damudur, quietly began working her enchantments upon the minds of its inhabitants. Now with soldiers of Mizadi's alliance at the palace doorstep, she asserts final control over the palace.
This is the minstrel.
The hair on the back of
So
my
we have
neck
two minstrels. This
stands
minstrel
on
over here
end.
is in healing, and I'm in DPS.
Did I imagine it? The shadows seem to move about on their own.
And my family? Where are they?
It seems that they have deserted the palace, my Sai. I attempted to stop her. She took them away with an agent of Mizadi.
Never played LOTRO. Recommendations for a new player? Does LOTRO have progression servers? They actually do. We have legendary servers. They're actually kind of far along at this point, though. So it's kind of like we're due for another round or something like that.
We're out of time. Most of your guards have fled. Claim the minds of
You have entered the domain of one whose power and not that. The other is scattered. Hold on! I will find a way down!
So, like you were asking before about the strategy and whatnot. So this is a tier 2. So there are things that need to happen.
Perfected. The priestess said I was taking too long to kill. Have to keep him quiet forever. Why would she stop whispering in my
Like this one, you can actually pick between the 4 different potions. You pick 2 of them.
know my secret?
Some people will do different ones all the time. So
I'll just have to keep you.
we'll see what they want to do. You gotta watch out for this this grizzly wound to rank up. Everybody has tier 1 right now. I hate when this happens. It's unfortunate. Okay, I have to click right now because they... Uh-oh. That's horrible timing. Oh, that's from the mouse. I have to click right now because the MMO mouse buttons are not working. That's fucking shit. God, I can't can't do this like this. Having to click right now is awful the way I have this bar set up.
I must try again. Something to make me stronger.
Did it bug? What the fuck? Why is this not working now? There we go. Just gotta go wireless for right now. Oh, and now it doesn't work again. What the fuck? It's just pissing me off, dude. Okay. And then it'll pause while it reloads it again. And it's not working again. What the fuck? How do you make the tooltips go away? What do you mean? Oh. Fuck yeah. I actually got the crit ones. Nice. You can set the timer on it. So there, you can set a delay, and you can. So if you go into the general settings, you can look up tooltip, and there's a delay, so you can have it not. So you can have it pop up like later, like if you wanted to do that, like to where it only shows up after like 2 seconds, so you have to hover over it for longer. gotta remember on the second boss, I don't want to cleanse everything.
There you are! Oriela and Harty! I do not fully understand what is happening here, but we must find Goromul's sign. He must be in the palace somewhere.
Dude, that targeting was crazy bad. Do I have any... Oh, it sucks I don't have any essences on me right now. I'll get one probably on this boss though. Far seems like a pretty good group outside of my mouse being off and on.
It is shameful to see a priest tainted by the Orda.
Come to freely. His will is broken. Invaders have unwittingly aided us.
You will cede your mind to me in time, Sharamizade.
Unhand me!
As you wish. You die by my hand. It seems Lothro has what she wants. And you are no longer needed. But I see no reason to rush things. Come. I will enjoy testing your minds before I end your lives.
Oh, who did it? Who did it? That's unfortunate. We should be in good shape here now, I think. This is going south. This is going south. No more reses. Oh, I'm rooted in there. I got nothing.
It was a pleasure destroying.
No.
Hear me and
Turtle. That's a bummer. All right. Third time's a charm. Yes I can. Wesley, give me a minute because I kind of need to focus on this fight a little bit. No. Oh god, I did that wrong again. away. Now it's just time to pump. I feel like we phased that much faster than the last one. There we go. Now we're good. Much better.
Interesting.
Alright, yeah. One more boss, and then we'll get back to chatting.
Really sweet coward, and face me in real life. You can't hide behind this dark magic forever.
Alright, so we got last boss, and then we're all done here.
accept your gift, Doctor. Please, allow me to keep my mind intact, so that I may serve you best.
A willing servant is often more useful than a mere puppet, sir. I have grand plans for you, the Queen, and the Empire.
Brilliant new form.
Brilliant new form. Now, defeat them.
Please no lag. Not ideal. No more reses.
I've allowed you to live this long because I enjoy testing my puppets against each other.
What's up, Lindsay Lowface? What it do? Yo, Wesley on TikTok, are you still in there?
All right. So can I run down like what this game is about? Pros, cons, PvE, PvP. What's the end game look like? You're looking at Endgame right now. This is a 6-person dungeon on tier 2. There are 3 tiers of difficulty. Tier 1 is typically your story mode. Tier 2 is where more mechanics get entered, and then tier 3 is difficult. A lot of PvE content. The world is huge. A lot of story-based content. A lot of landscape and exploration. Their achievement system, like deeds. Tons of those. You got a lot of different classes and races and combinations and stuff like that. There is PvP. It is designated to one specific area. Let's see. Throw these on. The pros definitely are. One of the biggest pros is the content itself, like the story. One of the cons is server performance. That's one of the biggest cons. It is very system heavy, so it can be pretty grindy at times. Oh, no, no, no. Oh my god. I got hit by literally everything. I didn't play RuneScape, so I can't really speak to that, but there are a couple systems, like the legendary system in this game, that makes it like leveling up. Oh no, that's a shit. Why? No, and then I get hit right into it. Oh, don't get hit by that too. Fuck that. There's like literally every Why would you tank him in the corner? You give us nowhere to run. Number one. Oh my god, that was the worst possible spot for all of that shit to happen. Not getting caught by another one, damn it. Somebody else resing her. Alright, final phase here. Let's tank on. I'm a tier 4 is what I want. Is 1.25 tactical damage. It's fine. So many shards. Well done, well done. Ursula with a 55 stream streak. Let's go.
For now.
All the healer stuff, dude.
Is she gone? Buramul lies dead. I sensed great conflict in him, but I will not mourn an enemy. I leave that to his widow. With the departure of the Tarduth, Amak's duel is ours. Let us leave this place.
And that was a good loot run for sure. And that's everything. All yours. Oh, I don't need all that. That's fine. Deed completed. Good, good, good. So I should have converted most of the stuff over. I don't have the essences now to do it, but or the traceries, I should have converted everything over to crit and then got it there, but it's okay. Okay, so what I was referring to with the legendary system is this. So these items here. So if you're not familiar with the newer legendary system, this is my weapon on my minstrel. And yo, M, thanks for the follow on TikTok. So here's the thing. This stuff, there's actually
3 parts to it. So each tracery, which are all the icons here, all the traceries have a tier, a rarity, and then each slot also has levels. You increase the levels. So yeah, there's a lot to it, Pang. So you level up the slots by using enhancement runes, which are these guys. I have the purples. These are +2s. There's the yellows that are +1s. And then, so like these right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really tiny, but there's a 16 in the upper left-hand corner of the icon. And that's the tier. And that basically is what level band it's going to be in. So like this is the current one, is the tier 16s. And then you have your rarities. So your uncommon, your commons, uncommons, you know, rares, epics, legendaries, all that stuff. What's up, Nigel? LOTRO still a thing? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So this is what I mean by this system it's fairly grindy. So you have that system, but then you also have, this one isn't as bad as it used to be. The essences, because not all of the gear even has it. If I find one, like this one has it. So they're same deal. There are tiers and rarities of the essences. And then you also have your trait trees. Excuse me. Your virtue traits. Each one of these goes up to level 100. This is done by doing content in the game, completing deeds, or buying Valars and shifting the virtue XP bonuses over to whatever character you're working on. All right, so we're just gonna wait for a few seconds here. Now, I also need to give away some points. Let me set up a all MMOs are, yeah, they're pretty grindy. For sure. Okay, so Lindsay should be back now. Yeah, absolutely. So what was the last part that you heard? Just so I can make sure that you get it. Levels, tiers, rarity. Okay. So we're back on this guy. So you have the levels, tiers, and the rarity on the actual traceries themselves. And then you actually have the levels over here. So as you level your character up, you're able to reforge these weapons and it'll unlock more levels here. The other thing that you can do there is when you get certain rarities of traceries, it'll actually finish a lot of that for you to where you use less enhancement runes. The rarity will usually only dictate the primary stat of that particular tracery. So if we look at like this area of effect damage right here, if I go from a purple to a blue, it's only going to increase this top one right here. The level down here will increase the bottom two. Example, piercing cry. If I go from a blue piercing cry to a gold, that is going to increase the piercing cry damage. Being at 560 increases the mastery rating. So whatever the primary thing of that tracery is affected by the rarity, and the tertiary stats on them are affected by the levels. Those are permanent, or do they fall off if you switch? These are permanent. Your levels are permanent. So you're unlocking the slot. So you want to do that whenever you can, because that stays unlocked. It's the rarity and whatever actual tracer you put in here that will kind of reset or, you know, matter based on what you put in. So yeah, that part isn't nearly as fun. You found it more simplified than the old LI system? Well, you are in a rare company then, my friend. I don't think it's too bad. Like once you get a handle on it, it's okay. The old one, in my opinion, didn't feel great because here's a comparison. So this is the new legendary system. Here is the old one. So having your legacies, which are now traceries, they went up to 83. So you needed scrolls of empowerment to do these. And then you also needed to get your relics. And the relics, you needed to do certain things to get the good ones. So like we were doing this stuff all the way up into Elder Slade. I don't know if yeah, so the old system you can still see here. So the new system is just in one panel like this. The old system looked like this. And you had settings, gems, runes. Like you can't even deconstruct this shit anymore. It's kind of the same principle, but the new ones you just keep now. You can literally keep the first legendaries you get when you enter Moria, and they'll be relevant at 160. And it's much easier. The legendary system is much easier for a newer player than it is a player coming back, or especially a Valard character. Because the new character gets to ease into it. You don't have everything opened up to you right away. So you can add things on as you're leveling, and as you increase your character levels and reforge, it will open some slots and you can add things on. Yeah, so you're right, Pang. You did have to do that because you would have to level up third ages to level 30, deconstruct them. Hopefully you would have got your 3 unlocks and got the legacy that you wanted. Then you'd pull that off, put that on the new one, and then level it up. If you replaced it, you had to start that one over again too. Like you had to re-level that up. And that kind of sucked. So in some ways the new way is simpler. It's just a little I think it's a little bit more complicated to grasp as a whole, but once you do, I think it is simpler. I think, and maybe that's just from my perspective of being eased into both systems. You know, like having played when legendary items first came out, it just, you didn't have the amount of settings, gems, runes, and crafted relics and all that stuff. I think there were crafted relics in the beginning of it. You didn't have, you couldn't replace legacies early on, if I remember correctly. That was a change that came down the line. It wasn't too long, but there were people that were getting like perfect IDs on legendaries, and some people just get crap ones. And that was the problem, is you could go in, you know, you spent your bright tokens of Nimrodel to get your first stage weapon, and the ID was dog shit. Like absolutely terrible. And then you had to go do the raid again, or, you know, you had to swindle some kinmate to have them buy it for you and ID it and all that stuff. Yeah, so, and that's what was interesting on the marketplace. So on the auction hall for legendary items, you would actually go in and you would, you know, sometimes the unidentified legendary cost more than the identified one, depending on how it was ID'd. And that's what was so crazy about it, because like people would pay more for the chance rather than what they saw, how it got ID'd. Crazy. Because if it didn't have specifically what they wanted, nope. Veteran Sage, what is this? Healer's Hood. Sell it and try it again, yep. Oh, I'm capped on embers. Okay. Maybe I go get something. Maybe I go get a ring. Okay, I get a... I feel like this music actually fits this place. I had to figure out the moat and ember thing. Moat and ember thing is really easy. Embers are for current tier equipment. Moats are for everything prior. And figments are for cosmetics. That's it. So if it is not the current stuff, it'll be moats.
Riches chase you, friend.
No, there is not a console command to switch specs. It's literally just the tab. we've asked for that for a long time, to have like a true build manager, to where you can like attach gear to it and stuff like that. So you would just like, if I switch to DPS, it just puts all my gear on for my DPS spec, so I don't miss something or whatever the case is. So, but I think it's probably a little too complicated for this particular engine to do all that. It's bad enough when you switch, let alone swapping gear and all that stuff. So. Yeah, you are. It's exactly what it does. There are some plugins that help with the gear switch. So like if log out first. How do you know if you're maxed out on embers? Will it tell you? It won't let you deconstruct anything else that will provide you embers. You can still turn in quests or deeds that will give you embers, and you'll just lose them. So there's that. You don't even gotta search them. All three of the those are at the very bottom of your wallet. You don't even have to search them. Oh no, dude. Grabbing a scroll bar is pretty quick. Do you actually do your scroll wheel? No, you were saying search is faster than scrolling. I mean, that. To each their own. But yeah, to your point, I got a few currencies. Oh yeah, well my hair's better than yours, so. It's all that matters, dude. It's all that matters. That's why mine always looks like this. And that's why usually, like, I'm like a day or two, probably, I will shave probably in 2 days. That's about as long as I can let that go. On Switch, is there a way to keep things where they are and not switch? Like skills. So your toolbars. You would have to set up. So you would need to. You would probably want to actually like screenshot your toolbars and match it as best you could. Right. So like for me, when I do that, so like if I go to tank spec right now, I do have stuff that's somewhat in the same spot, and then some of it's in a different spot. But there is not a way to not have it move around just because all the skills are different. What do I have left on this? I'm at 95. Okay. We have a month and 5 days left on this. Okay, so I'll be getting some coffers this go around for sure. I got some stuff to claim too. All right, team. It's about 12:30 here. I am going to need to pop out of here, and we'll be back Thursday night with some more LOTRO. I'll probably do maybe this stuff will get patched tomorrow, and we can finish this up. That'd be cool. We'll see where we land with that, and all right, no problem. No problem. Have a good night. Bang, good to see you again, buddy. I'm glad to hear from you, and I'm glad you're doing well, man. Let's see. Sleepy's still on, so I am going to send you guys over to Sleepy Dog. Whoa. Yeah, that's what we want to do. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over to Sleepy Dog. You guys have a good rest of your evening, and I will see you on the next one. Cool. All right, everybody, I'm out. Have a good one.